So, if you expect a woman who has a career to come back home and do all the domestic duties, I don't even need to bring feminism into it. This is not fair. That's the truth. It's not fair.
You understand that you want to be a career woman, you want to do this, you want to do that, but then the home, it is your office. So now bring about, I also go to work. Why can't he also come and then go to the kitchen and then do this thing and then do that? My dear, when you are starting to marry you, when you're your father's house, will you wait for your daddy to go out and then come back and then allow him to enter inside the kitchen because of what?
What is it that a man can do that a woman cannot do?
Hi there, welcome to The Gist O'Clock, a podcast that's all about connecting you through stories, shared experiences, and a whole lot of amebo. Get your headphones on, grab a cup of your favorite drink. If it's your first time here, you're welcome. And for returning listeners, welcome back.
Now stay tuned for the juiciest gist you won't find anywhere. Let's begin.
Hi everyone, my name is Jessie, the host with the most, and you're tuned into the Gist O'Clock podcast. On today's show, I've got with me the controversial feminist, as you all know, Victoria. How you doing, girl? So mute. Why are you mute now?
I'm fine. Hi everybody.
Okay.
Welcome back.
And I also
I'm not saying
have.
welcome back.
Yeah, sure. Welcome back, because this is not your first time here. And I also have Summer.
One guys.
Wagwan people. Okay, we're going to get into the episode already. But if you haven't subscribed, you're looking for my trouble, Sha. You're looking for my trouble because we'll go outside and we'll fight. So subscribe.
Right. I'll bring 2 by 2.
Thank you very much. Which one will you bring? I think she's trying to be calm now. But we'll fight. So subscribe. Thank you. Victoria, are you a feminist?
Yes. Is that a question? You just introduced me as well.
Yes. Oh, okay, sorry. That's true. I need to know. So you're a Nigerian feminist.
Yes.
What do you all fight for? What is feminism to you specifically?
Just equal social, political, economic rights of sexes.
Equal right. Sexes, we are talking about.
Okay, particularly for women. We good?
We are not good though. Because you said it's equal social, political, economic rights for women.
It's literally defined as of sexes, but we all know the class that has been, so women.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you agree with that definition, Summer?
Equal rights, feminism.
Equal rights for men and women, Abi.
Yeah.
We are talking about basically men and women. Equal rights.
Equal rights. No.
Okay. Tell us why.
Okay. I'm a woman, so I respect our strength, I respect our values, and I respect everything that concerns about a woman. But then, I'm going to wait for her to point out where she wants this equal rights to come in, because we all know the woman and the man, gender terms, we are different in everything. And we're created for specific purposes. And there are also purposes where we need to agree together. So the equal thing there is what I'm going to try to get today.
Can you specify what equal things men and women should be able to have?
You have to ask me a specific question.
And not be specific.
No, chill. You have to ask me a specific question. I just said equal socially, politically, and economically.
Let's bring it down to economically. Let's bring it out to economically. So what do you mean equal rights in the economic sense of it?
This whole thing, like normally you see it on the road where you're passing male workers 80k, female workers 25k. Oh, okay, not 25, 50k ish. It's a political inequality.
It's an economic inequality.
It's an economic inequality.
Okay.
Yeah, gender pay gap. You get pay people with the same what's it called?
Labor.
No, the same qualifications.
Yeah.
The same qualifications. You're paying the man higher, paying the women lower. You give women maternity leave, don't give men paternity. Like, you get what I'm saying? That's just it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'm going to agree with you with that because, like I said earlier, there are some spaces where yes, I will respect that, where the man and woman. Oh, we just talk about qualifications.
Yeah.
Or where they have the same qualification. I don't agree with that because let me say when you're employing, yeah, I think so many bosses look at so many things
Yeah.
when they're about to employ. Now, I think there are some people you go to and they're like, do you work under pressure? Can you do this? Can you not do that? Right? Now, it's a let's put like it's a women's world, right?
Okay.
So right now, the in aspect of what you said, the male has qualities that the woman cannot handle. It's just a thing. There are things we cannot just not just physically, because I know this is going to go with the physical strength, not just physically. There are points where the woman cannot just handle this thing. It should just be given to the man. Do you agree with that?
No.
Make your point.
No, let me just follow up on that question. Okay, fine. Yeah, there are things men can do that women cannot do, like impregnating fellow women. Yes. So, well, you said we're obviously not talking about biology. So you're talking about in a workplace. So, what is it that a man can? Sorry, Jesse. Let me look at her face.
Okay.
What is it that a man can do that is male gendered centered? Like, is it male gendered? Male is a sex, right? What is it that a man can do that a woman cannot do in a workplace environment?
Specifically, I cannot say.
No, you just
I
said
know.
men and women. So I want you to like be
Like I
specific.
said, I don't know. The boss, I use the word the boss, knows what he looks at when he wants to employ the man
Okay.
over the woman. I'm not the boss. Do you understand? So he knows what he sees and says, I need the man to handle it for me.
So the thing is that most of this economic gap, or the man can do this or women can do this, is most likely grounded in societal perception.
Okay.
There is no or let me say in recent years there is no data to back up that a man can do this in a workplace and women cannot do this. Now it's different if I say I, Victoria, cannot do this. Now, me being a woman is secondary to that. For example, I struggle with anxiety sometimes.
Okay.
So sometimes I can do public speaking, like you saw the way everyone was arguing right now.
Yeah.
And sometimes I want to just keep quiet,
calm.
right? So that is Victoria.
For
Now,
you.
the only thing is that when Victoria says she does not want to speak to the board of directors, right?
Yeah.
On that certain day, maybe because my anxiety is flaring up, or just I'm a quiet person, it's also possible. Now, people forget that it's Victoria not doing that. They based on Victoria is a woman.
woman.
So they now put those in. That's not a general this thing. You get what I'm
general
saying?
term, okay.
So I think most likely it's those things boil down to individualism. So if you're talking about economic workplace thing,
Yeah.
there are a lot of women CEOs, COOs, CFOs, blah blah blah. There are also male CEOs. So there's no thing in, at least as far as I'm concerned, that a man can do that a woman cannot do in an office setting.
Okay, I'm going to go to the part where you said about payments, where she said they pay higher and this
For
thing.
men, yeah.
Now we're going to give examples. A woman, if we look at it, we always want the soft side. We always want the soft side, yeah. But then again, I'm going to ask, if you were to be employed where you work with physics,
Okay.
you see others kind of this thing where they go down the drain. What would you say? It's a man's duty, yeah?
The thing is, if you're talking about oil rigs, right? If you're talking about working on oil rigs or working in scientific lab, there are women there too. There are men there too. You get. So what I'm
But
talking
then
about,
what part do the women do?
there are women scientists. Should I?
I agree with that.
Yeah,
Like
they
I
work
said, I
in
went
science
to
lab
the
just
most
like the men.
dirtiest part
Yeah.
to do it, because
So the thing
women
is,
will come out and say, "Oh, I want the office part. I mean, I need to rock my hair, right?"
Yeah.
so let me circle back to this. So
Okay.
we don't even need to go to oil rigs, right,
Yeah.
to do this thing. The hardest workers in Nigerian society right now, at least for me, you guys should forgive me, freelancers and remote work. Me, I'm also a remote worker and freelancer. But I think the people who do the biggest work right now in remote work, like at least when hard labor is involved, are barrel pushers.
Okay.
bricklayers,
Yeah.
right? So now those are works that are physically draining. Now if you talk about, I'm not talking about gender pay gap as in related from industries or based on your job description. I'm talking about two people doing the exact same job. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, the exact same job. Because if we talk about barrow pushers and the rest of it, I'll tell you that a medical doctor makes more than a barrow pusher. You see what I'm saying?
But however,
So
this
I'm
topic
talking.
goes is
No,
still reflecting to strength because
Yeah,
that
because
is where you
yeah,
want to
a
say
woman-
you
No,
need
I'm-
the equality.
what I'm
a woman
saying-
can't do the
You are not going to
barrel.
agree to do this thing.
what
That
I'm
is where your
saying,
equality comes in, right?
You're moving across the platform. What I'm saying, what I said was two people, a
Yeah.
man and a woman, doing the exact same job, not paid the same thing. Barrel pushing. If a woman is doing the barrel pushing, hey, now let's go to your distance. I'm talking about a woman doctor and a male doctor, same qualification, same hospital, same department, and they're paying the man higher than the woman. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about a woman doctor and a wheelbarrow pusher and a male wheelbarrow
Where does
pusher.
this happen actually?
Just check Google now.
Where
It does. No, seriously, I'm not joking. Check Google.
Where does
Most
it
of these things, and the thing is this, right? If you start arguing about this, right, one thing is the other side always has salient points, right? It's just you deciding to, like, for example, when there was this time I was talking to a colleague about the gender pay gap thing, and he was saying that the society looks on the man to provide. So probably the boss is thinking, oh, the man is in the way to spend more money
So he's giving
than
him
the
more.
woman. So it's even possible that the woman has a boyfriend or husband bankrolling her,
Oh,
right?
wow.
Yeah, it's possible.
Okay.
I'm not saying that, but the thing is, taking one person's reality and applying it across the whole board is
Because
wrong.
definitely that's society for you.
That's society, true.
So what happens to the women who do not have boyfriends, who do not have husbands, women who split bills 50-50? All these women are also affected by this thing. You get? So what you do in this case is pay everybody equally. Now everybody faces their own individual
But
reality.
then now that goes down to you speaking to your
No,
person, the person who is paying you. I mean, my boss knows that I'm literally
You're
a
doing
widow
the same thing.
and I'm doing the same thing. So he's going to be considerate to do that.
That's not how
That's
it
not
works.
mean I
At
agree
least
to
that's
the
not
law.
how I know it works in Nigerian industries.
Oh, okay.
Most of this Nigerian, the thing is, right, gender pay gap is what's this word? It's closing up by the day, right? Like a lot of activism, a lot of things have been talked about this, right? But I'm still not going to undermine that it still happens, right? But it's not as prevalent as it was back in the days.
Alright.
That's the thing.
So let me pick on something you said about splitting bills 50-50. So as you are now maybe in a relationship or in a marriage, you're going to be splitting everything 50-50, yeah?
It depends on my economic my income bracket and that of my husband. And it depends on what you call 50-50.
Okay.
You get? So if I'm earning 1 million naira and he's earning 10 million naira, we cannot split bills 50-50. I'll be the one in deficit. Like, you get what I'm saying, right? It depends on what because when we say 50-50, people think is okay, school fees is 800k, so we split school fees 400k. Then out of my 1 million naira I'll bring 400k. He will bring, now my percentage 400k is like a larger percentage of 1 million naira than 10 million naira. You get what I'm saying? So that 50-50 is more of people holding on to their end of bargain instead of leaving one thing to
another.
yeah,
I agree
that's
with
it.
you on that one.
Okay, so let me bring it back to the first, because I'm going to bring it back to the definition you gave: social, political, economic. We've talked about economic. So let's talk about social equality. What do you mean when you say it's supposed to be equal in the society?
I think that's even where the most problem
Because
is.
I mean there are already societal roles given to
Yeah.
the woman, given to the man. So how is it going to be equal?
I think
Please.
the main thing is society, right? How do I answer this question now? Okay, the thing is there is a certain outlook or a certain perception of what a man is and what a woman is and what a man should or should not do and what a woman should or should not do according to society.
Yeah.
I think that's where I think that's even the basic
Babies, yeah.
cocoa of feminism. You
So
get
let's just
so
on that.
there are a lot of things. There are a whole lot of things. I think you just have to be pointing it out, and we'll just share what our takes are
All right.
because there are a lot of things.
Okay, let's speak on the woman being restricted to the kitchen, even though she works as well as the husband. A woman going into the kitchen to always make meals for her husband, the family all the time, even while she works.
Okay,
Sorry,
let me say something, right? See, I believe it's our generation making this thing complicated. Do you understand? From the times of old, now we've known our mothers to. If okay, let's remove the parts, the years where they were full housewives. Because I mean, there were times where they were just farmers, go to the farm, come back, and then cook food. You are at home now. We understand that you want to be a career woman, you want to do this, you want to do that, but then the home is your office. It is your office. So now bring about I work and my husband should come, and it's understandable you want your husband to help you. He was not going to be inconsiderate, do you understand? But then I believe generation now has bring the fact that, oh, I mean, I also go to work. Why can't he also come and then go to the kitchen and then do this thing and then do that? My dear, when he was coming to marry you, sorry, when you're your father's house, will you wait for your daddy to go out and then come back and then allow him to enter inside the kitchen? Because of what? What were you doing at home? Literally, will you not go to work and know that you are training yourself for a purpose? You're going to be in a man's house. Do you understand? So let's leave the part where you say, oh, I'm going to have to go to work and my man has to come back also. I mean, if he's doing this, that's crap. That's crap. Do you understand?
So
Just
even
crap.
if you're a career woman, you still have to.
You have to. Who is going to train the children? Your husband. He's going to. Don't misquote me. He's going to. But literally, you have the greater percentage to do the work. It is your office also. So try and balance it. Don't give the excuse that you are working. Because that's the perspective girls are going around now, that I'm working. I'm literally busy. Do you understand?
Hold.
Here's the thing, right? Like I said before, I believe marriage is a partnership, right? So if you expect a woman who has a career to come back home and do all the domestic duties, I don't even need to bring feminism into it. This is not fair. That's the truth. It's not fair. It's not, let's just say it's not fair. I don't need to start bringing feminism said this, feminism said that. If both of you are going to working same hours, right? It doesn't matter what anybody's earning, right? And coming back home and you sit your ass down and expect your wife to go to the kitchen, get meal, do the same household duties, just like as if she's a housewife. That's not fair. That's just it. I don't need to start bringing feminism said this or feminism
Mama,
does
that's
not
your
say that.
responsibility.
It's the responsibility of two adults to run a home, right? Running a home, it's both domestic, parental care, if you guys are religious, spiritual care. So that means both of you have equal responsibility in the home. Now if you I would say relegate one aspect of running the home fully to somebody when it is both of you that entered that marriage, that's not fair. That's just it. So like you said, you called parents, you called my mother, right? So let's talk about my mother. I My parents have things in their marriage that they worked with that I love and appreciated. For example, they gave us education and blah 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 blah. Yes, and I would say my parents' marriage made me what I am and who I am. Now, what happens is that's the reason why I said I don't need to bring feminism into this. We are humans, right? So if a man and his wife goes to work the same 9 to 5, and we know how terrible Nigeria is and how you have to deal with customers and blah blah blah. And you come back home and you watch your husband remove his clothes, go to the parlor, put on TV, and you have to go back to the kitchen, make food for both of you, get the children all dressed up and that kind of thing. Responsibility, whether they told you there is responsibility or whether they tell you it's your office or whatever, it brings in resentment. It brings in resentment. Is a human emotion. Whether you feel like there's a reason why, or you feel first, it brings in exhaustion, and it brings in resentment. And maybe I'm just going to be a bit PG about this. And after all those domestic activities, you're supposed to obviously, it's not even supposed to, you're supposed to sleep with your husband at the same time. That it also causes women saying, and I'm not saying it's the sole cause, but it's one of the reasons why men complain that their wives are not in the mood.
Oh.
I'm not saying it's the sole cause and that kind of thing. What I'm just saying is equal responsibility in the house. I'm not talking about monetary. I'm talking about domestic activities.
But then again,
blah,
you say
blah,
not monetary, man. I don't think so, because
like the economic bracket I talked about now.
But then,
If you guys are earning the same thing, then sort yourself out, right? But
if
I'm
I'm to
talking
put this
about
thing straight,
right, yeah.
the generation we are at, they want a life where, I mean, I don't want stress them.
The thing is this.
It's the fact.
Wait.
That's what we're going about.
Hold
Is
on.
what is in the current.
Hold on. The thing
Because
is,
you're trying to follow the values of the past. You're trying to follow the millennial values, which is I'm not
millennial
against.
values. No, I'm not.
Is the truth, because I mean, if we're going
I'm
to
not
follow our
following
mother's way,
millennial
if we're going to no, excuse me, if we're going to follow our mother's way or the of the time past, right? They know that okay, we both earn. There's going to be a sense of responsibility. But this present, you don't get it. The present people, they're not send you.
The thing is this.
They want the
right?
soft life down to earth. I mean, I earn. I'm going to spend my money, but my man's money is our money. But my money is my money. I mean, we'll say that in as girls.
Like,
yes or no.
yeah, right. Like I said, right? Like I said, I think we're confusing this thing. Like you said, you talked about 50-50, right?
Yeah.
50-50 can also be applicable in a home where the man is the sole provider. The thing is, I'm circling back to that. The thing is, you find what works for your family. And I'm talking about the 50-50 because since we have circled back to finance. Now, if you want a man that provides solely for the family, right?
Yeah.
You look for a man that provides solely for the family. Now, if your man is the one, if your husband, I don't even know what I'm saying, man. If your husband is the one going out to go and get all the money, working the 9 to 5, responsibility
of the home.
Responsibility obviously falls to the person in the house.
Oh.
You get what I'm saying? What I'm talking about is two adults, two married people working the same number of hours, getting frustrated by what the career industry is right now, and coming back to the same house, and one person is supposed to go and pick on the domestic activities alone, and then you now say, the thing is, when you say the husband is supposed to help, I do not like that word help. You're not supposed to help. You're supposed to run the family with your wife.
You have to help me.
It's not help if it's not help if it is equal duties. Do you get?
I mean,
you're doing your
get
job
back from
too.
Work, right? Okay, babe, quickly help me with the kids. I need to
it is
get
kids.
Something for us.
It is also his kids. He's not helping me.
Help me with the kids. It's your children.
It is kids.
Do the thing you're supposed.
You get? I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say, right?
You should do what you're supposed to do. Yes, no, I don't know his children. I don't know bearing his name.
See, look at what I'm saying here, right? The thing is, in as much as you are appreciative of your partner, right, for helping, obviously you're supposed to say, oh babes, you've made food, thank you very much, right? But the thing is, there is this shock, right? Shock effect when men, oh, this man cooked today, so oh my god, your husband cooks, or this man is washing. Okay, yeah, I remember a friend of mine, he is married, right? And he said that his friend called him, and his friend was like, Alpha now, because he was washing dishes, right? So his friend was like, Alpha, so what's up? But not like, oh, I'm fine. What did you do? He said, I'm washing dishes. What the friend said was, where is your wife? And he ended the call. And he said that he blocked the friend after that. So that's at the perception. So like when you say, when women say, oh, my husband helps me with this or that kind of thing, it's now, when you use that word help, it's almost like, oh, you're supposed to do it. And then he just, you know what is help now? When you want to help someone, you help someone.
You help,
So that's what I'm circling back to. What I'm trying to say is, it's not help. It is our responsibilities. That's what I'm saying.
Well, equality. You do agree with me. This is Jess signing out.
Bye.
Bye, guys.